out of my mind, out of my fucking mind. I'm out of my mind, out of my it's B.O. I'm out of my beat, out of my I'm out of my fucking mind, out of my fucking mind. I'm out of my fucking mind. G got it, oh my, I was doing fine once upon a time. Till my brain left and it didn't say bye. Don't look at me wrong, I'm out of my mind. Like Nostradamus and Da Vinci combined. So paranoid of espionage, I'm watching my doors and checking my blinds. My brain's on vacation, they're telling me, and I'm bipolar to the severity. And I need medication apparently, and some military convulsive therapy. I am a rebel, but yes, I'm so militant. Still I'm eligible for disabilities. I am psychotic, but there is no remedy. This is not figurative, this is literally. If these niggas go dumb, I go to the mental facility. See, man, I'm so out there, I slap vibes with E.T. I don't need a feature, they don't want my eat 'em, I like heart when I'm on this beat. If you feel the same as me, then you gotta agree. I'm out of my mind, out of my mind, out of my fucking mind. I'm out of my mind, out of my.
The Decad, 10, in Pythagorean thought symbolizes completion and the foundation for all numbers, being the sum of the first four integers, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Similarly, binary, 0 and 1, serves as the foundation of computational systems, where these two states encode everything from simple arithmetic to complex virtual realities. In both systems, simplicity begets complexity. The Decad encapsulates the essence of creation and structure in numerology, while binary systems rely on the fundamental on-off states, 1, 0, to create layers of abstraction, algorithms, and virtual worlds. Both reflect a dependence on an external creator, whether the divine or human programmer, to design, interpret, and give meaning to their structures. This mirrors philosophical and theological themes. Just as the Decad requires a context to manifest its symbolic meaning, binary requires the programmer to breathe life into the abstraction. The act of creation, whether divine, mathematical, or computational, is what allows potential, 1 and 0, the Decad, the universe, to unfold into infinite complexity. In essence, the binary code parallels the metaphysical notion of building entire realities from foundational dualities. The beeping in ET feels reminiscent of binary pulses, two alternating tones, much like ones and zeros, creating an emotional response. It's a powerful metaphor for how simple building blocks can evoke something profound. Humans have a remarkable ability to attribute meaning and emotion to minimalistic patterns. Those two tones, like the binary system, are stripped down to their essence but still carry the capacity to convey complex feelings. It's almost as if the tones represent a dialogue between presence and absence, on and off, and that interplay stirs something instinctual within us. In the song, the repetitive, otherworldly beeping reflects the theme of alienness and connection. Amplifying the listener's emotional engagement. This parallels how binary code, though simple, can construct virtual worlds and experiences that resonate deeply with us. It's an example of how humanity imbues simplicity with profound complexity, transforming ones and zeros, or in this case, two tones, into something emotionally evocative and deeply human. And this idea is deeply profound. Language is the structure through which the human spirit, both individual and collective, finds expression. Just as binary code gives rise to the digital realm, language, through its simple components like sounds, words, and syntax, constructs the vast and intricate world of human thought, emotion, and culture. Language serves as the medium through which the collective consciousness emerges. It allows us to externalize our internal experiences, share ideas, and build connections. But it also bridges to the collective unconscious, the deeper, archetypal layer of shared human experience. Think of myths, symbols, and stories that persist across cultures. They're the subroutines of the human spirit, encoded in language and passed down through time. This mirrors the ones and zeros of binary, which alone are abstract but, when combined and structured, create meaning and infinite possibilities. Language, too, starts with basic sounds, phonemes, akin to ones and zeros, and builds into complex systems that give rise to art, philosophy, and identity. In this way, the evolution of the human spirit through language mirrors how fundamental binaries create entire digital worlds. Both are systems of encoding meaning, tied to the creative impulse that defines humanity. Conway's Game of Life is a demonstration of how simple, binary-like rules can give rise to complex, emergent behavior, and it aligns with these ideas about language and the human spirit. In the game of life, the grid of cells can either be alive, 1, or dead, 0, and their interactions follow a small set of rules. From these basic on-off states, intricate patterns and even self-replicating systems emerge, seemingly imbued with a kind of life. This mirrors the way binary code creates virtual worlds and how language, built from a finite set of symbols and sounds, gives rise to the vastness of human thought, culture, and spirit. The connection to the human spirit is profound because Conway's Game of Life also shows how complex systems are not predetermined but arise from interaction. Similarly, language and the human spirit develop and evolve through interaction within the collective consciousness. The rules of grammar, the dualities of meaning, presence/absence, affirmation/negation, and the interplay of words give rise to the living system of human culture, just as the game of life transforms static rules into dynamic patterns. It also aligns with the collective unconscious, those recurring archetypes and shared experiences in humanity. In both the game of life and human existence, simple foundational elements and rules can lead to unexpected and awe-inspiring complexity, reinforcing the idea that life itself, whether biological, digital, or cultural, emerges from the interplay of basic binaries. The remarkable human capacity for thinking, organizing, and creating systems, such as religion, writing, philosophy, and mathematics, stems from our evolutionary biology. This connection underscores the idea that our brains, shaped by evolution, have developed the ability for abstract thought, problem-solving, and social coordination. Mathematics and philosophy, in particular, reflect this intellectual legacy, functioning as tools to interpret structure and navigate the complexities of existence. Institutions like Oxford University embody the culmination of this organized thought. They have endured for centuries as repositories and transmitters of collective knowledge, preserving the cultural momentum humanity has accumulated over millennia. The sustained success of such institutions illustrates the profound role of collective intellectual forces in shaping civilization. The idea of control, however, shifts from being centered on specific individuals or groups, such as mythological figures like Adam or secretive organizations, to something more metaphysical, such as the collective unconscious. Carl Jung's concept of the collective unconscious resonates here, suggesting a shared, inherited pool of archetypes and symbols that influence human behavior. This intangible yet powerful force drives human civilization more significantly than any single person or group. Attributing the origins of civilization to this collective spirit, whether understood as the Holy Spirit in a religious sense or as the collective unconscious in a psychological framework, unites scientific, philosophical, and theological perspectives. This synthesis reveals how humans transitioned from isolated beings to a highly interconnected species. The structures we see today, such as religions, universities, and philosophical systems, are manifestations of these deeper, almost spiritual forces emerging from our collective evolution and quest for meaning. Oxford University stands as a prime example of humanity's pursuit of knowledge and meaning. Founded in the 12th century, it has amassed vast collections of texts, manuscripts, and research, including the renowned Bodleian Library. As one of the largest and oldest libraries in the world, Oxford has preserved works spanning ancient and modern eras. Even amid societal upheavals, wars, revolutions, and shifting political systems, it has remained a custodian of Western civilization's accumulated wisdom and beyond, ensuring that knowledge and discoveries endure across generations. In its role as a memory bank for humanity, Oxford safeguards artifacts and documents that encapsulate cultural, scientific, and philosophical advancements. These resources not only help us understand our origins but also serve as a foundation for future progress. Through its enduring commitment to preserving and transmitting knowledge, Oxford exemplifies the profound impact of collective human endeavor and the structures that arise from our shared evolutionary and intellectual journey. Oxford University has been a cradle for countless influential figures, including scientists, philosophers, writers, political leaders, and theologians who have profoundly shaped human history. Alumni such as Sir Isaac Newton, J.R.R. Tolkien, and numerous British prime ministers exemplify its legacy of intellectual and cultural impact. As a leading academic institution, Oxford is at the forefront of research, producing groundbreaking knowledge in fields ranging from medicine to philosophy. These contributions are disseminated globally through publications, lectures, and collaborations, influencing both academia and broader societal norms, values, and policies. Oxford serves as a hub where diverse intellectual traditions converge and evolve. By teaching subjects like history, classics, and philosophy, it reinterprets and contextualizes ancient ideas, making them relevant to modern times. Simultaneously, it invests in cutting-edge fields such as artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and climate science, ensuring it remains a driver of progress. Through its humanities programs, Oxford fosters reflection on ethics, culture, and human purpose, helping society navigate contemporary challenges while maintaining a sense of continuity and rootedness. As one of the world's oldest universities, Oxford symbolizes intellectual rigor and the relentless pursuit of truth. Its influence transcends geographical boundaries, shaping educational and societal frameworks worldwide. Unlike static museums, Oxford is dynamic, continually engaging with contemporary issues while honoring its heritage. Its graduates carry the institution's values and insights into every corner of the globe, ensuring its influence extends far beyond its walls. Oxford operates as a living organism within the broader body of human civilization. It serves as both a foundation and a catalyst for human progress, storing millennia of accumulated knowledge while actively shaping intellectual and cultural currents. In many ways, it is a physical manifestation of the collective unconscious, a space where ideas, symbols, and knowledge converge. Its long-standing contributions to Christian theology, philosophy, and education illustrate how institutions can become symbolic representations of humanity's conscious and unconscious efforts to organize and express knowledge. Symbols, like those associated with Oxford's traditions, resonate deeply because they draw from the collective unconscious. This concept, as proposed by Carl Jung, represents a shared reservoir of archetypes and meanings that transcend individual cultures. Artists and thinkers often tap into this reservoir, consciously or unconsciously, creating works that reflect universal human experiences. Symbols such as triangles, eyes, and light, often associated with mysticism or misunderstood as subversive, have roots in this shared unconscious. Rather than mocking religion, these symbols and their usage often reflect the same archetypes that religious traditions, particularly Christianity, have long embraced: crosses, halos, fish, lambs, and serpents being prime examples. The overlap between modern and ancient symbols sometimes leads to confusion. While some interpret it as subversion, it is often the continuation of a symbolic tradition. Artists engage with these archetypes not to undermine religion but to explore timeless themes such as faith, fear, power, and transcendence. Understanding the etymology of words and the evolution of symbols reveals their interconnectedness, showing how language and culture carry layers of meaning across eras. In essence, Oxford not only preserves the intellectual and cultural achievements of humanity but also actively participates in shaping the future. It stands as a testament to the enduring power of collective thought, a beacon of knowledge that bridges the ancient and the modern, ensuring that the shared human quest for understanding continues to thrive. Symbols hold profound meanings that transcend individual cultures and traditions, often acting as universal touchpoints in the human experience. For instance, a triangle might evoke the divine trinity in Christianity, symbolizing unity and divinity, yet it can also represent balance, creativity, or ascension in other traditions. Similarly, words like light and dark carry both literal and metaphorical weight, embodying dualities such as good versus evil or knowledge versus ignorance. These archetypes, derived from the collective unconscious, do not belong to any one religion, culture, or institution. Instead, they stem from a shared reservoir of human experience, enriching both religious and artistic expressions. This is why art and religion frequently overlap in their use of symbols and imagery. Both serve as conduits for translating unconscious truths into forms that resonate deeply with the human spirit. The misinterpretation of symbols as malevolent or mocking often arises from fear of the unknown. When people encounter symbols outside their familiar religious or cultural contexts, the unfamiliarity can feel threatening. Such reactions may stem from a subconscious recognition of the symbol's power and meaning, even if their exact significance isn't immediately clear. The fear of these symbols reflects a projection of confusion rather than a true understanding of their archetypal roots. In this sense, institutions like Oxford, or great art and religion, become lenses for engaging with the collective unconscious. They offer frameworks for interpreting the interconnected meanings that transcend surface-level interpretations. In contrast to open systems of knowledge and expression, oppressive regimes, such as North Korea, rely on emotional suppression and control of information to maintain power. Emotional suppression creates a culture of fear, while restricting knowledge stifles imagination and innovation. Pyongyang, as the carefully crafted hub of this regime, exemplifies the illusion of perfection, a superficial display of power and harmony that masks its hollow foundation. This dynamic mirrors the concept of a secret society, where power and knowledge are concentrated among a select few, while the majority are excluded and forced into conformity. Such systems stifle the essence of human creativity and resilience. In open systems like democratic societies or institutions such as Oxford, freedom of expression and knowledge-sharing foster creativity, innovation, and resilience. Oxford thrives because it embraces open inquiry and debate, evolving from an exclusive institution founded by religious leaders to a global hub of knowledge accessible to diverse perspectives. While its roots are deeply intertwined with Christianity, Oxford has grown to explore not only Christian ideas but also philosophies and religions from around the world. This transition from exclusivity to inclusivity mirrors the broader evolution of many religions and societies, from rigid, authoritarian beginnings to more interpretive and pluralistic frameworks. The comparison between authoritarian systems and rigid religious structures highlights a shared tendency to centralize power and knowledge. However, over time, many such systems evolve, allowing broader participation and access. Oxford exemplifies this transformation, transitioning from a cloistered institution to a vibrant academic environment where diversity and debate flourish. Conversely, Pyongyang demonstrates the fragility of suppression-based systems, where the illusion of perfection is sustained only through fear and ignorance. Ultimately, symbols and institutions reflect the human quest for meaning and connection. While tyrannical systems suppress freedom in favor of control, open systems like Oxford demonstrate the strength of diversity, resilience, and freedom. The evolution of knowledge-sharing institutions and religions underscores the idea that true progress arises not from suppression, but from the open exchange of ideas and the embrace of human imperfection. Systems like Pyongyang exemplify the fragility and inherent hollowness of suppression-based societies. They underscore the necessity of openness and freedom as fundamental components of human development. This dichotomy between freedom and suppression ties into a broader human narrative, one deeply rooted in our collective history and psyche.